is going on, guys? Happy St. Patty's Day. I'm here in Palatine, Illinois, about ready to board a metro train to the city of Chicago to see what it's all about here on St. Patty's Day. The dyeing of the river green starts at 9 o'clock, so I'm going to try to make it down for that, followed by a St. Patty's Day parade at noon. There'll be plenty of green beer. Join me, it'll be fun. Dirty Nelly is a popular Irish bar here in Chicago. Actually had a fire a month ago. Looks like they won't be open for St. Patty's Day this year. Some of the damage, it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but you can see some charred wood over there. Of course, the dumpster out front as part of the cleanup. This train station is packed. I was gonna get a coffee, but I think I'm gonna have to pass. Should be coming soon anyway.
She never let me know.
What a drunken mess. St. Patty's Day, Chicago. That was a long metro train ride. A lot of drunk kids. It's probably gonna be like this all day is my guess, but at least hopefully we can make it down to the river. They started dyeing in green a couple minutes ago, I think about 15 minutes ago, so we'll try to hit it up. It's gonna be green for several days. It's kind of interesting. Two brothers actually started it in 1962 is when the river started dyeing green. And I believe the relatives still do it to this day. They call it leprechaun dust because it's orange. The dust they actually sprinkle in the river's orange. It hits the water and they turn it and mix it green. It's also a secret recipe. They'll never let any other city know what it is that dyes the river green. But it's also important to note that it's environmentally friendly now. It's made out of vegetable oil. That's your history lesson for today. I used to actually work in that building right there. A lot of early mornings taking the train. This is the Opera House. Still on my to-do list. We got Captain Jack Sparrow and Batman kayaking in the river today. You know, they did film the Dark Knight movies here.
Hey, scoot back like a foot on your thing. Yeah, right there. You go faster.
Captain Jack's giving Batman tips. I guess they're not kayaks. I don't know what those are. Paddleboards? And there they are dyeing the Chicago River green.
like that guy's hands were out.
Some kayakers enjoying the day near the Chicago River.
I do have it, yes.
For the money shot here at the train. That building right there, the crane on top, that is dubbed the third tallest building in Chicago. Couldn't resist another epic view of the L train crossing over the Chicago River here on the Wells Street Bridge. The L train has been in operation since 1892, making it the oldest, well, the second oldest mass transit system in the United States after New York City. The Chicago Tribune even named it one of the 7 wonders of Chicago. Harry Carey could agree. That's pretty sweet. Just had to root for this boat. Watch it make an epic drift underneath the bridge here towards Lake Michigan, which is right around the corner. So come on, boat, you can do it. Tourist boats like this are very common here on the Chicago River. There's a lot of tourist companies that do architectural boat tours. They're definitely worth checking out if you're here in the city. They also provide alcoholic beverages, so you can sip some beers and wine or whatever you prefer and take in the wonders and sights. It's a dinosaur out there. Great Scott, it's the Loch Ness Monster! What is this doing here? Why is there a Scottish dinosaur in an Irish holiday? What's going on? Very confusing, but still pretty fun all the same.
Like he's in a kayak?
There's 2 geese over here, just hanging out on the buoy. Looks like they want to be part of the festivities. Just chilling out today. The Eastland disaster was the worst boat sinking in the history of the Great Lakes, and it happened right here in front of this building in 1915. 844 people drowned here in the Chicago River, right where this boat is passing. It rolled over right there. There's the Green River. So it's important to note that if you're going to make it out to see the river being dyed green, the ceremony starts at 9 a.m. But they do not dye anything west of Dearborn Street. So if you're going to make it out and you want to see the river being dyed green, you need to be east of Dearborn Street and to Lake Michigan. They do not dye anything west of there. I made that mistake, and even at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. there were still thousands of people west of Dearborn Street, waiting to see the river being dyed green. This entire time, you just have to walk to the Marina City Towers, and there it is, in all its Irish glory, the Green River. Alright, the Green River here, money shot. Below Marina City Towers.
Which one's better? This one?
I guess it was wrong. It's not the whole river they dye, it's just a part of it. So I was, I think, waiting on the wrong end, but here it is, the Green River, St. Patty's Day. Some live booze down there. Definitely green. So I think I definitely missed the dyeing of the river. Everything on this side goes green. Everything on that side doesn't get dyed.
3 seconds for me.
So it's not the whole river, it's just a part of it. Green River. They're in Chicago. I think a good rule of thumb is everything east of Marietta City gets dyed. Just another epic shot of the river. We're below the Trump Tower, the second tallest building in Chicago. It's definitely a lot colder in the shade. This is insane. Look how crowded this is. This is so weird. So many people here. No more sun. It's gonna get cold. Stands on the corners selling Chicago Irish t-shirts, hats, other gear. It's kind of hard not to think of the movie The Fugitive when you see this. Harrison Ford running from Tommy Lee Jones. The bag on here. Green action. Here's the taxi.
We can get a selfie here, okay?
So I got a coffee. Totally went to the wrong spot for the river dyeing, but still caught the Green River, so it's worth it in the end. I caught the boats coming back from doing it. But I'm gonna check out the parade now. The famous Chicago St. Patrick's Day Parade is about to start. I've never seen it before. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, no, for real. If they just straight up toxic waste,
This is nuts. It's insane.
I'm here at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in the heart of Chicago, located here in Grant Park. The parade route itself is relatively short. It's a straight line running entirely in Grant Park, but it's one of the largest parade celebrations for St. Patrick's Day in the United States. You can easily see around me there are tens of thousands of people. I'm probably 20 people deep just from the street, but it's still cool to be here taking in the sights and sounds of this historic parade here in Chicago.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody! Is there a fabric though?
Gonna raise some cans, man, around all over the place.
Some dude came at me with way early. I'll kick his knee backwards. I just walked around like, damn, I didn't mean to hurt you. So you're trying to like stop me. I was like, no. Oh, you Irish? Give me one, you fuck! Deep! Okay, not that deep! Mid deep! Come on, mid range! Oh, you're such a stud, dude. You belong in a wall.
I'm not really sure what this is. It looks like a lizard on fire. St. Patty's Day, are you in a good mood? Not very good. It's a big cow, that's for sure. Scary. The leprechaun's waving. I don't know if it's the wind. All right, free stuff. And yes, that is Conor McGregor, UFC fighting champion, celebrity, ultimate fighter, sitting and repping the Plumbers Local Union 130. What's significant about that Plumbers Union is they are the ones that dye the river green on St. Patty's Day. They know that local secret recipe that they won't share with any other city. This is pretty crazy. Repping it up on St. Patty's Day. Gotta love it.
ABC camera arms make this vlog next level stuff. Be kind of wild walking around with that though.
Looking around, it's hard to believe. When I first got here, I was like 20 people deep from the street. Now it's really started to die out. I'm like maybe only 7 layers deep of people to the street, getting a better eye view.
It's so going.
Whoa, this helicopter's circling pretty low here. Maybe he's looking for Harrison Ford. He's looking for the fugitive. He's on the loose. Harrison Ford, gotta find him. I don't know where he could be hiding. Dr. Kimball. And it wouldn't be a Chicago parade without the Blues Brothers making an appearance. Gotta keep it real.
What's going on over here? This guy's got a smokestack in his head. Stack test his
There you go.
Ooh, gotta love the Ferris Bueller's Day Off tribute here. Twist and Shout, classic John Hughes movie, famous scene based here in Chicago. This is awesome. You can see the crowds have really died down now. This is hour 2. I heard this is a 3-hour parade. When this thing started, it was like 20 people deep. I mean, you couldn't see the grass there. You couldn't see any of the sidewalk. And apparently there's another hour left, which is pretty crazy. Though the parade is long, there's some really awesome architecture here in Chicago. So that building right there, the crane on top, and that finishes, it'll be the 3rd tallest building in Chicago. Over here in Grant Park. There's another building right there on top. It's actually kind of similar to Sears Tower. It's got a similar design. You can see it's kind of a block design that steps down. It's going to be a big one too in that top. So there's some pretty cool views for sure here in the Windy City. What the heck is that? That's Nightmare Hill. Scary.
Hey, Queenie!
We got that one. Krispy Kreme. These guys have donuts. This is not really about. This is great. Raising Cane's is going all out today. They've had airplanes flying banners. It's kind of strange because they're a southern chain, but they did open a couple locations here in the suburbs. I love that stuff. It's really good. I guess that's the end of the parade. It ended with a Raising Cane's float. Just pretty random for St. Patty's in Chicago. Alrighty then. Overall, the parade I thought was pretty underwhelming. Wasn't that exciting. Just a lot of marching bands. Not a lot of floats. I was expecting more floats. Really just a lot of marching bands, a lot of union people marching or just riding around in trucks and vans. Pretty underwhelming. Nothing like Mardi Gras. But I do recommend if you're in Chicago, do the Green River Dyeing. That was definitely worth it, seeing the Green River. But the parade, you could probably skip. It wasn't the most exciting thing in the world. 2 hours long of basically marching bands and union people marching. That was a parade. And a lot of drunk kids. But within, I'd say the first 30 minutes, everything cleared out. So you really could get a good view after that. Just had to get one more shot of the city skyline. Chicago, you're beautiful. I'm really excited about that building there too. That's gonna be cool, and that tops off. Another nice addition to the skyline. This is the part of the day on St. Patty's here in Chicago where you get to watch all the drunk people fall down and get sick and get in brawls. But it's, you know, it's 3 in the afternoon, so this is where it separates the day drinkers and the night drinkers. The night drinkers are just getting started. The day drinkers are passing out. I would say it's entertaining, but it's just a... That's how slow this is moving right now. Super crowded. Narrow bridge. Not a good combo. Check out this view of Streeterville. There's the John Hancock building. Right next to that is the old water tower, one of the few structures that survived the Great Chicago Fire. I love it up here. It's so much more quiet. I can't get over how different the ambiance here in Streeterville. It's so much more quiet. There's not a lot of drunk people walking around. It's so much better. A lot less crowded. I love it. It's not an Irish bar, but I'm sticking with the theme today. Green. The Green Mill. One of the oldest bars in Chicago, one of my favorites. Al Capone used to hang out here a lot. They even got a booth for it, but I'm gonna see if I can get some green beer. Check it out. The Green Mill had like a show going on because they wouldn't even let me go in to have a drink. So instead I'm at Fat Cats, just up the street. I'm gonna start the night out with a Guinness right here. Guinness in a can to start out my St. Patty's Day. This is drink number one. I know, I feel like I'm stumbling my words. Drink number one right now. Probably gonna meet up with some buddies later, but I just realized this is also the very first St. Patty's Day I'm celebrating that I know that I'm Irish. I did Ancestry.com last summer and found out that I'm like 8 to 10% Irish. So, cheers to my Irish ancestry. I know my last name's Rowley, but we always thought that was English. Now I know. Looking like Scottish food on St. Patty's Day. Fish and chips, peas, here at the Duke of Perth. Richard's Bar. Why wait an hour in line at an Irish bar today when you can get into the classiest, diviest Italian bar the city has to offer?
You gotta come here on a Monday morning.
That's gonna do it today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now to find some green eggs and ham, more vlogs are on the way. Thanks for watching. Sears Tower green for the holiday. This is like the Matrix. Yes, this is Eric. I have an amazing YouTube vlog. Call me. I'm